right, I'm John Feidelberg, and this is the one thing I learned. When I was in, let's call it middle school. Let's call it 6th grade, 7th grade. I don't remember exactly. Spent a lot of time on Aol Instant Messenger. My favorite place to be. Had all the coolest bios, all the coolest away messages. I was always fucking curvy line, single, and loving it. LUVINIT, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, I wasn't actually single and loving it. I had a big crush on a girl. Huge crush. And one day I get a friend who sends a link to me. It says, put your 3 crushes in these 3 letter boxes. We'll tell you which one's best for you. I said, well, that sounds fantastic. Because I'm going to put the same girl in all 3 messages. And then the universe will tell me, without any hesitation, that this girl is the girl for me. It's going to game the system. Like hitting I am 18 before you're actually 18 on a porn site. I knew my way around the internet a little bit. So I put her name in, her screen name, in all 3 boxes. I hit send. I lean back and say, go ahead, world. Go ahead, fate. Tell me who actually belongs with me, because I already know the answer. So then the screen pops up and it says, we have messaged all 3 of your crushes that you, Feits 10, have a crush on them. That would have sucked in and of itself. Like, where were parents warning us about that shit on the internet? Everything was like, be careful with your information, is careful when you talk to strangers, careful with this, careful with that. No one fucking told me that there were bots that could be set up that would just DM or AIM your crushes that you had a crush on them before you ever had a fucking chance to tell them and ruin your social life in middle school. But because I'd only put 1 name in, she got 3 separate messages sent to her that said, Feits 10 has a crush on you. Hey, just so you know, Feits 10 has a crush on you. Hey, in case you haven't heard, Feits 10 has a crush on you. And of course she's online. Of course she was. Because why wouldn't she be? So then I decide, okay, I have to get behind this, but I'll try and talk my way out of this. And by talking my way out of it, I was just gonna come clean. I was just gonna tell her exactly how I felt. That I had a monstrous crush on her. And I was in love with her. She was my one thing, my everything. And I'm typing and typing and typing. And then guess what, kids? This is back in the AOL days. So fucking phone calls will knock you offline. So my mom's talking to aunts nonstop like she always does. And I'm like, Mom, can you just knock it off for a second? I'm writing a dissertation about how I'm a 10-year-old in love. And I gotta keep trying and trying and trying. Eventually I get enough of a paragraph out to just say, look, I just think we should be together forever and get married and have kids. I played it cool. She immediately signed offline and just never spoke to me in school ever again. She told her friends they'd laugh at me. Said, you think you could have had her? You think that's what playing field you're working on? Fucking Feits 10? You're nuts. You're a loser. You're nothing. You're pathetic. Fuck you. That's what they said to me, man. Not the fuck you part, but they just made fun of me all the time for fucking thinking I could get with her. And the one thing I learned, so you don't tell anybody anything ever again. I have kept that promise to myself for 22 years now. I've never shared a secret. I've never told anyone something I actually believed. I just keep all that shit fucking bottled in and internalized, and no one can ever use it against me ever again. Thank you for watching One Thing I Learned. Here's a reminder to please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment for other stories you'd like to see cartoonified. And if you want to see more stories, make sure you click the playlist right up here. It's all the One Thing I Learned we've had, all compiled in one place. All the great stories. Subscribe, bell, watch it, comment, do it all. Thank you.